Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer. I made a post the other day and I basically made a post saying that, I just kind of put some pastors that are, their pictures are going around the internet at the moment. Since this story started going around that Pastor Oritsejafor's marriage is over. And there's this post that was going around of a few of the popular pastors that their marriages have ended so far. So they added Pastor Oritsejafor to them. I basically made a post saying that, even though like he's now joined the list of pastors that their marriages have ended, that I personally see it as something that we should see, that any marriage can, I didn't say will, any marriage can break up. And I say, if I'm not mistaken, something like, at the end of the day, the important thing is that they went their separate ways without hurting each other, without deleting each other, something around that I posted, right? Because I personally will never shame somebody for divorce. I've made a video which I explained that I grew up in a home where there was a DV, right? My parents, their marriage had gone the worst way it could go. And I experienced all the physical aspect of it. And I would always say it was not a pretty sight. It was not something nice for children to see. Even at a very young age, I was actually wishing for my parents to go their separate ways. Because I remember I used to go to school. I would just be crying in class, because I was afraid that by the time I get home, my mom may be gone, if you know what I mean, that she'll be deleted. Even as a child, I think I was about 10-year-old, I just felt like if my mother went away, she would be safe. So they will no longer have to be physical with each other, right? So, and believe it or not, how many decades later, especially when I look at my personal experience, I believe in them go their separate ways than end each other's lives. Okay, I made that post and I got, particular guy was very persistent. Show me proof that the marriage is over. I'm a member of that church. The marriage is not over. Okay. And me, I ignored at first. Somebody actually left him a comment and said, okay, let's say that this news is not correct. And the funny thing is that my post was not even about them particularly. I was basically using it to say, let me find that post so I can say it exactly how it was on the post, guys. It's nice to say things the way they are. So this is my post. I said, as Pastor Oritsejafor joins the list of divorced popular Nigerian pastors, it reminds us all that divorce can happen to any couple. And I'll always say it. It's better to go your separate ways than end each other's lives in domestic violence, right? Okay. That is not an attack. You see, you will hardly see me attack people that are divorced. I don't do it. So somebody left a comment and said, okay, let's say that this news is not correct. You say you're a member of the church, right? And this person said, on Sunday, can you take a picture of them in church together and post it in the comment section to prove to us, the outsiders that do not go to your church, that they are still together? Today is Sunday. Well, I don't know when I'm going to post this video. Maybe today or tomorrow, right? So, and as we speak, the guy never came back. And it's almost the end of the day. It still shows the stigmatization of divorce or marriage being over or whatever it is. It is still very, very stigmatized in our society. That is why some people will choose to be widowed than be divorced. Because if you're widowed, it's like, oh, I'm going to say her husband. Oh, the husband died. Oh, bele. Than if they say she's divorced. Like, divorcee. So, let me tell you guys. We can come here and pretend. The truth is, I believe that there are a lot of marriages that have ended by one person being deleted because people would rather deal with that than deal with the stigma of being divorced. Those are the things we should fight against, right? Under this same post, somebody left a comment and said, oh, have you not heard? The brother of the wife of Oritsejafor, that she was on the Dìvorced platform and she said it that the sister is not divorced, there's nothing wrong or whatever. And I went and watched the video. I couldn't even finish watching the video because the guy, one, he said their biological siblings. I don't know if I can believe it, because nowadays some people that talk, their talk is not straight, so you don't even know if you should believe what they're saying or not, right? At the same time, he's saying, do you know my sister, she's a graduate of so college in the UK? Do you know that my sister is what did she say, she has a doctorate degree, she has this degree, she has that degree? It still shows that they see divorce as something for people that are not educated. Is that what it is? Like, it still does not make sense to see how some of our people see divorce in this day and age. Am I saying divorce is a good thing or whatever? It's not the best outcome anybody would want for any marriage. But it is 1,000,000,000% better than people ending each other's lives. Before people come and say, God hates divorce. God hates a lot of things. He hates lies. He hates people hitting each other in a marriage. He hates people ending each other's lives. He hates whatever. If you want to talk about what God hates, you're the one that is choosing and say, okay, divorce is the thing God hates, I want to stick with. But while you're saying, okay, I don't want to do divorce because God hates it, you are doing other things he hates. Verbally abusing each other. Physically abusing each other. Every other thing he hates, you are ready to do it in a marriage. Or even end up ending each other's lives. You're ready to do all of the other things he hates in that marriage. So that you will not do that one called divorce. All of the other things, God hates them. When you begin to lie to your wife where you're going, God hates lies too. When you begin to have affairs, I'm using examples, God hates that too. When you begin to deprive each other in the other room, God hates that too. So which one are you choosing? Your life is important. I watched the interview. I didn't get anything. He said that his sister is not divorced. His sister is a university graduate. His sister is the as if divorce cannot happen to sophisticated people. Hey, my sister is the billionaire. He said you don't listen to poor people. Poor people have nothing to say. To be honest, I just said there's nothing in this video. I left it. At the end of the day, let me say this right, because when we talk about Oyakilome, Chris Okotie, Iginla, and those are some of the lists, people have there. I want to say this. Let's be honest, right? These are people that their marriages are broken, that we know about. There are some that are still in their marriages, but they're actually over. There are some that did not even stay in the same room with their wives at all. And they have several mistresses. But they are not over in the eyes of the world. So before you point finger at those pastors that their marriages have ended, that you know about. Okay, let's leave Pastor Ayo Oritsejafor one on one side. It's still a rumor. Let's not forget, when Oni's one ended, they said it's a lie, it did not end. That Oni has not announced. How many kini later, Oni has still not announced it. And what are we finding? He's bringing more wives to show us that it was truly over. It's possible people are working at the back to go see if they can fix it. So while they are trying to fix it, they don't want the world to know that something happened. This is part of it. I believe, there has to be an element of truth to this rumor, okay? But that aside, going back to what I'm saying, I do not believe in pointing fingers. Say your marriage ended, Chris Oyakilome, Chris Kotie, this one, that one. My thing is this. Like I said already, they are the ones that we know. There are some that are ended that we do not know about. And let's not stigmatize it. Everyone that came out of it alive, be happy for them. Not everybody did. Growing up in Benin, there was one time that one pastor, that they said, nobody saw the wife. They were looking for her. The man said, no, where he did. As people gathered at the house, the son now said, mommy is there. Daddy dug the ground. Daddy put her inside the ground. That was when people now went to the backyard and saw where he had put her. You get my point. Is divorce not better than that? Basically, it's not going to be a long video, but my thing is this. I do not believe in stigmatizing anybody because we don't even know what happened in their marriages. And at the end of the day, I think the biggest message from all these things of pastors, their marriages ended, is showing that it can happen to anyone. I didn't say it will. If your marriage is still working out, pray against whatever. Both of you should work on it and make it work. When it happens, and it's happening to people at the top, like people will say it, people like them, Chris or whatever, it shows you that divorce is not a respecter of persons. Let me tell you guys, marriage takes two people to work. One person cannot hold it up. Two people have to be dedicated and say, okay, we want to be. If one person says, I'm done, there is nothing you can do about it. Two people have to want to continue in it. So it's hard. And because we're not in the marriages, we don't even know who was the one that really quit and who was ready to give it everything. But when it happens at that top level, when I say top level, they are big Nigerian pastors or whatever, it shows you that it's happening to anybody. Anybody can be divorced. And hopefully it can humble a lot of people that their own is still working out. Some pastors that their wives, their marriages are still working out. It should humble them to know that it can happen to them too. And most importantly, let's stop stigmatizing it. The stigmatization is why some lives are being cut short. Because people prefer to be widowed than to be divorced. And it is society that is causing that. So basically, that's what I want to say in this video. We have a big part to play when it comes to this stigmatization, of these people that decided to walk away rather than delete each other. As always, this is my opinion. And as always, whatever your opinions are, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.